Hey everybody, welcome to iVueit Explained 5.0. Appreciate those that are attending, watching. Taking a different approach this time. Going to work on our residential side of the business. Talk about where we've come, where we're going a little bit, but really this has proven to be a substantial piece of what iVueit's become, and so just want to explain that a little bit for you. So quick introductions. This is me, CEO, co-founder of iVueit. We'll get that off of there real quick so you're not seeing my head twice. But yeah, just want to talk through, really what has inspired us to kind of drive future innovation. And it's come from past experience. For those of you who know our story, iVueit was built out of the FM world, facilities management, property management. But some of you might not know that we've kind of grown into residential insurance work, working with cities and municipalities. So really running the gamut of, any types of properties that folks are managing from afar. And really just wanted to kind of walk you through and talk you through what sets us apart from the rest in the residential space. And very interesting as we got into this space and realizing how well our platform plays and some of the problems that are occurring, in that space right now. So, it's interesting that as we're working with firms that are servicing loans or property restoration, and it's really shocking to see and hear them talk about, and it's no surprise, the labor market, these inspection companies that were out there and how many there were, but, has become fragmented. The workforce is going away as volume has decreased, and the volume in this space is tremendous, but they're looking and trying to find a way, just like we found in facilities, of how do you go see these sites faster? How do you drive quality control? How do you help save money? So it's really been one of those really interesting spots for us to find ourselves, and I think we're disrupting it just like we did the FM world. And why they're choosing us, our project speed to execution. Again, for the most part, 1.3 days is what we average across the country. We're going to some really remote locations. I'll show you some case studies on our performance there, and just giving them that visibility that took forever. And previously, these inspection companies, hey, it was real good to pick up, these city areas, but then, they would wait for volume to increase into some of these remote areas before they would send their folks out there. Obviously, we're unbiased. It's third party. Our customers love that. Assurance of occupancy status is a huge issue in this industry, and our QC on the back end helps streamline and make sure that what we're turning in from an inspections audit don't have to be sent back out, and they feel good about being assured that they know that occupancy status. And then the system itself, all being in one spot, located. We'll walk you through a little bit of the portal, but then also just the API connectivity that we can, send orders directly to their systems, making it that much faster. And a couple other, real key points that we found as we got into this industry, that we're not just any other inspection company. Our scripts are totally customizable. And when we got into this market, we found, hey, we got to change a few questions. It's an 80 question script or survey. Well, that's going to take a month. It's going to cost $30,000 to $50,000. We're like, well, hang on. We can do that in probably 30 seconds, depending on, if the survey is already created, and at real no charge back to the client because of the way we built the platform. We truly have a nationwide reach anywhere in the country. You need us, we're there, including Alaska, Hawaii. We're moving into Canada and Puerto Rico as well. And then the flexible hours we found was something very unique too, where these inspection companies, they're working 9 to 5. These are jobs, and anything over that was overtime for these folks. And our viewers or inspectors are available day and night, right? So we can go a little bit after hours and things of that nature. So the flexible hours allows us to complete more inspections for our clients, and that's one thing the space has really taken hold of with our service. Types of views or inspections. Again, you'll hear me say views quite a bit. I know in this industry it's called their inspections, but we're trying to change that vernacular. So ordering views from us, interior, exterior, contact, no contact, we complete, vacancy verifications, property registration, property preservation, foreclosures, bankruptcies, all of these have multiple touch points in this industry, as those that are familiar with it know. But we can do any of those, and we're doing those today at scale. And then you can kind of see a screenshot of the app here. But what's unique, again, back to the survey questions that we can ask, back to how we can enter documents for our inspectors to pull down, to show, to print off. We can control the time window, the hours that our inspectors will go out there to complete it. We can turn it off based on days of the week. So tons of flexibility into the scripts. And again, can be created very quick, very easily. So here's just a closer look, for those who maybe aren't familiar with the iVueit portal. You can see on the right is a PDF export, time stamped, geo stamped, all of that. You can see the dots on the map where the inspectors were standing. And then, inside that portal, as you can see on the left, you can scroll through, see the dots that show the pictures, answer the questions, and then anything escalated, and we'll talk a little bit about that during the case studies, will appear red, stand out, jump off the page for you. And so one of the big value adds too is that quality control of saying, hey, I need to know, I just sent you to 10,000 locations, which ones met this criteria, and be able to consume that data very quickly is done through the portal, through the outputs of the PDFs, images, etc. I won't read this, but client feedback has been really well received in this industry for us. And one of the biggest things that we've built and why we've built it is how we're service first. We want to make sure our clients get what they ask for. And what we keep hearing is, the quality I'm getting back isn't consistent. The quality, the speed in which I'm getting back is too slow, and we guarantee it. So, there's no reason not to try iVueit, because we'll guarantee if you're not happy with what you get, you don't pay for it. And customers are seeing this, the customizable scripts, and are just really enjoying the platform compared to other methods that they've used. So real quickly, walk you through just a couple case studies. I think, being able to show you or tell you, why customers are using us in this residential space, but it's even better to tell you, show you, and walk you through. And, this is a case study for Miami-Dade County. Went to 700 vacant locations for them in one local county. So really within 24 hours, fully documented and established, what was currently at those locations for them. And the turn time for them was critical, as they were under the gun for some turnaround time, for some things going on internally. But for them to understand, hey, is there a house there? Is there not a house there? What type of homes are there? Is the lot being maintained, not being maintained, was critical for their success. And, this was something that went out to bid, and we were cheaper by $55,000 versus numbers of competing bids for that same amount of work. And the time frame that we were going to do it was we did it in under a day. They were giving others 2 weeks to do it. So there's the speed and what we can kind of bring to the table. And how we do that is, and I apologize, this map maybe doesn't do the best rendition of this, but all the squares on there are our viewers, our inspectors, our app users, and then the pins represent the property. So you can see the density in which we have folks. So the idea is they have a vacant property here. Our network is there. They're driving by. They shop near. They can quickly grab those views, inspections, and complete them quickly. And that's, again, what sets us a little bit apart from the rest. Here's a great case study of a resident property management. 1.1 thousand homes across one county. So think about, documenting the conditions of homes for this specific municipality and property management firm, all residential, just getting a base, and then also allowing them at the same time to use the software themselves. So we kind of have that 1-2 punch that we have this army of over 200,000 inspectors across the country, but we can also turn around and give your folks the ability to use our technology. So a lot of the times it may be, hey, I have folks out there, they're going to do some of these inspections, and then when I can't get to it, I deploy the viewers, or I do this very quickly and I need the viewer network to complete it. But if I'm out and about, I can jump into the app and also record a site inspection, which clients really love. And it's something we probably don't talk about enough, how they actually leverage the software themselves. Here's a great example of a current project we did. So over 21,000 views or inspections across 22 states on just residential properties, both interior and exterior. And wanted to share some of the stats behind that, right? So of that 21,000 plus, about 2,500 had escalations, right? So when I said the dots on the map turn red, our QC team, who's on the back end auditing this, had noted based on the scope of work X, Y, and Z. So imagine going to 21,000 locations in just a matter of days, and we'll talk about that time frame in a second, but having actionable data to go to and say, hey, here's where those opportunities exist, so that your folks can, kind of take charge and do something with that data. So 100% completion in 15 days. Now, 74% were done within 24 hours. Again, some of these sites were the most remote areas of this country, and we're happy to say we're able to get those completed quick and again, affordably for our customers. And the one thing I always like to share is, of those 21,000 plus, 13,000 different inspectors completed it. We share that because it shows the quality control that we have in place, that many different inspectors can complete it quickly, and that our QC team does a great job of making sure if it's not right, sends it back to the inspector completes it and sends it back to us. So the client never sees, hey, did we miss something, didn't we? And that's why we guarantee our views. So a huge part of who we are and what we do, why we do it. Here are just some suggested ways to utilize the iVueit platform and the mobile app. Obviously, we do a tremendous amount of work order verifications of the things on residential spaces. Hey, was this work order completed? We can get those eyes on you very quickly. It could be one site, it can be 100 sites, it could be 10,000 sites or more. Organizing the property information. So folks really love our platform to be able to store and use it as a photo book if needed. But also we can API that information to your current system so you can work with it as well. Take advantage of rapid setup time. So getting set up and getting in place with us, we've made extremely easy. Some of this is around because we do a lot around disaster relief. So, we've had customers up and running in as short as, 30 to 45 minutes from day one to get views out there, get any paperwork compiled, and get, sites out and being seen. We can schedule in advance to stay in compliance. So if there's repeat orders that are needed, we can schedule those out. Those will cycle through. Our team manages to make sure they're done on that timely manner. And again, utilizing this nationwide network to save time, to save money, to expand your boots on the ground in an industry where inspectors have started to go away, or it's become so fragmented that, it's being subbed out to a sub, and you lose the connectivity, you lose the quality control. So multiple ways folks are utilizing us every single day to get photos, insights, surveys completed on their properties at record time and savings. So I hope you enjoyed this. I tried to do my best just to walk you through this new space that, again, we really came from the FM world, facilities management. But again, keep finding every day more and more customers are flocking to us in the residential space because they see the value that we're having. And again, I throw it out there at no charge. Reach out to us, directly message myself, or you can order up views at viewrequest@ivueit.com. The first ones are on me. We'll call them free. But again, even as we get into a relationship, you only pay for the views that get done and get done correctly. If we have to go back, we will. So I hope you enjoyed this. I love talking this space because I think there's so much upside in it. And again, look for more from iVueit Explained and some of the things that we do every day. Thanks.